St. Nevis, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent,
There's a lot of ways to open a.
already have their CBDCs.
There's a lot of ways to open a show, people. That happens to be one of the best of them. Welcome back to Crash and Eddie. Crash is livid about the new CBDC regulations coming out, and we're going to explore it today, people. So, actually, I think I'm a little more mad. Okay, so we got this article we're going to go over. All right. This is from CNBC Crypto World. That's a new one. It's actually from
Crypto World, is that what it's?
Yeah, look at that.
I can't, you don't have it entered in the, I don't think we're,
We're
I don't
good,
think this is
man. Don't
right.
mess with perfection, Crash. Okay.
All right,
So
because
this is just an
still
article.
says the Biden White House on my screen.
You're having screen issues though.
Let me see if I can get the reset.
And you're on a smaller screen, right?
Well, I have no problem before.
Okay.
I don't think you have it framed out right either.
Well, it's framed right on my screen, so
Well,
I'm the one
I'm
that's
not
recording,
I'm not
so
getting the feed then.
it should be good. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is titled
Okay.
Biden White House just put out a framework on regulating crypto. Here's what's in it. Okay, so this is all about the president's executive order about 6 months ago. Get your act together. I want this all taken care of. From our fearless leader. And now they came back and said, okay, here's job number one. Halt everything by suing XRP and milk that out. That's task one. And then task two is, so the Biden White House just released first ever framework. They came up with a framework for regulating in the U.S. for regulation in the U.S. and what it should look like. So the framework outlines the ways in which financial services industry should evolve to make borderless transactions easier. So, AKA, this is about CBDCs. Nothing more, nothing less.
Uh-huh.
As well as how to crack down on fraud in the digital asset space. So, and using CNBCs to track everything you do. Because that's the game, people.
Yeah.
Central bank digital currencies. So the game is.
That's why they want it to be there. So they keep saying this in all their media and everything is they want CBDCs to be a bridge between crypto and fiat.
Exactly.
They want it to be the bridge because they can track everything.
Yeah. And then get rid of fiat because this is the new fiat. This is the new funny money. And it's completely trackable, but it's also unlimited in quantity. So people are going to know that. The people in the know, what you're going to want to do is, we don't give financial advice, but what smart people are doing is they're going to be in crypto, and then they're going to go into CBDCs when they want to, when they need to, or fiat. You go to your bank and use it as you need. But as far as storing things and moving things and leveraging the true technology that the blockchain gives you, that's going to be done with regular crypto. Okay? So let's get into this a little bit. The new guidelines follow an executive order issued in March in which President Biden called for federal agencies to examine the risks and benefits of cryptocurrencies and issue official reports on their findings. So here's what they found. Okay, so let's see. For 6 months. So Brian Dees, director of National Economic Council and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, said in a statement that the new guidelines are meant to position the country as a leader in governance of the digital assets ecosystem at home and abroad. So, fighting illicit finance, right? One section of the new framework focuses on eliminating illegal activity in the industry, and the measures proposed appear to have real teeth. The president will evaluate whether to call upon Congress to amend the Bank Security Act, anti-tip-off statutes, and laws against unlicensed money transmitting. So this is about money transmitters. So basically, they're going to turn any of these money transmitters into banks. That's what it's going to be. You're going to have to become a bank if you're moving money, is what I'm kind of seeing from this. To apply explicitly to digital asset service providers, including digital asset exchanges, non-fungible token platforms, and non-fungible NFT platforms, according to the White House fact sheet. So they're going after exchanges. They're going after NFTs. They're going to try and control everything again. This is a battle between crypto and fiat, and we're going to see what wins. You know?
Yeah, that's really interesting. And some of that stuff you're talking about gets me pretty upset.
It's
instead these governments, instead of really embracing what could be a new enlightenment for the human race, they're gonna F it all up.
They're gonna try, but it's a matter of technology, and DeFi's right at the thick of it. And
from what I running ropes around the government, they're gonna be chasing their tail for 80 years trying to catch up to people in crypto.
Yeah. And the thing with crypto and being decentralized is there's no one doing it. Once they release this stuff, there's no one doing this. And there's no one to go after. You know what I mean? Just like Bitcoin. There's nothing you can do. You like it or not, you can try and crush the price and manipulate it. But you can't take down the network.
Well, they can always sue Bitcoin or sue the board of directors.
I mean, what foreign directors?
Who the board of directors or the president?
Right.
The president of Bitcoin.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So in terms of next steps, it says Treasury will complete an illicit finance risk assessment on decentralized finance by the end of February 23, and an assessment on non-fungible tokens by July of 23, reads the fact sheet. More than $1 billion in crypto has been lost in fraud since the start of 2021.
Whatever.
But really, this is a new kind of digital dollar, okay? The framework also points out potential for significant benefits from a U.S. central bank digital currency, or CBDC, which you can think of as a digital form of the U.S. dollar. In other words, complete funny money. They can print as much of it as they want. It's basically a debt instrument. Because it's just, it's just like the dollar now, backed by
who's going to regulate them?
Yep, no limit. Well, the Treasury. It'll fall under the Treasury. Sitting in commercial bank accounts across the country are electronic U.S. dollars, which are partially backed by reserves. What reserves? So basically, it's the reserve system in a digital form under a system known as fractional reserve banking. As the name implies, the bank holds its reserves a fraction of the bank's deposit liabilities. Transferring this form of money from one bank to another, from one country to another, operates on legacy financial rails. So, and the new rails for that are going to be the XRP ledger, the Stellar ledger, whoever's in this game, and there's a lot trying to get in it. HBAR is too. They say Ethereum is. I don't see it. I do not see Ethereum being in this game because I've seen the tech even after this merge, man. I mean, it's still way too much money, and it's questionable tech, and it's completely centralized. So,
It's slow.
Yeah, and slow, although I've seen speed issues that are better, but who knows when it's massive volumes of money, really? Now you're going to move
Yeah.
hundreds of billions on it? That seems far-fetched.
Yeah.
There are also a spate of USD pegged stable coins, including Tether and USD coin. Also, critics have questioned whether Tether has enough dollars in reserve to back its currency. Why does Tether even need dollars in reserves to back the currency when they want to put CBDCs out there? They're admitting right now they're not backed by anything. It's a fraction. It's funny how these dollars have to be 100% backed, but our dollar doesn't have to be backed by anything.
If you're not a government, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. And what we want you to do is back it in funny money so that it's really not backed by anything anyways. It's just ridiculous.
You know what? That was a great analogy. That was perfect.
It makes you just bang your head on the wall, man. It's like these guys are, and it's all just to keep control, period. That's what it is. It's just a big control mechanism. Yeah. And I will put my money on tech. Tech is going to.
Another good analogy is the mortgage industry where they, the 2008 collapse. They had all these mortgages out there that were poorly done, and they collapsed, and then it hit the derivatives markets, and that's what the CBDC is like, the derivative market. And if the USDT or DC or whatever, any stable coins that are backed by this funny money, it's kind of like derivatives being backed by good quality mortgages.
Right.
That are not.
Right.
It's a sham.
It's just
a house of cards.
Right.
Yeah.
So I still think the value in these cryptos is going to be in the utility that's moving this stuff around, the stuff that's actually working and doing something, whether it's NFTs or CBDCs or whatever you're moving on your blockchain. Those are the blockchains that are now going to have value. I think we're moving into a utility phase where it's going to hit the fan and your true utility is going to come out and shine through. And we'll see how much utility Ethereum and Bitcoin actually have. I mean, there's a place for them, but I think there's also a place for these up and coming technologies that are just, they're truly decentralized, truly fast, and they solve real problems. So I don't know. I just thought this was interesting where this is going with fiat and the funny money. I mean, they're basically just turning CBDCs into fiat, and then they're gonna get as many of the people as they can get to use it, and of course they're gonna hand it out to people. And when I say they, it's all countries. If you're, and the IMF will probably get involved, give you money.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just gets so complicated, Eddie. I mean, what if China doesn't want to be part of it? What if Russia doesn't want to be part of it? What if, there's always going to be a rogue state that's going to allow those decentralized platforms to operate.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? If there isn't a rogue state, it's going to go on a boat out in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I think there's going to be the people in the know, the smart people, and even governments are going to be in these other real cryptos because it's real. It's like a commodity that's a real asset. Sugar is sugar. Oil is oil. True crypto is true crypto. It's limited in supply. It's that simple. Gold, silver, they're all limited, supposedly.
Man, that's a good article. I'm glad you brought that one out.
Yeah, it's interesting. So we'll see. I mean, it's coming. These are the next regulations. Exchanges, CBDCs. And a lot of people are saying they're going to create a major catastrophe. I don't know if I believe this or not. I kind of
Well,
tend
yeah.
to believe the boiling frog scenario
Yeah.
where,
Uh-huh.
you put the frog in cold water, everything's cool, then you just slowly raise the temperature.
Uh-huh.
you know. But or is it
Yeah,
going to be a complete panic, something huge, the world's melting and then people are just begging for CBDCs. Just give me money fast. you know.
Eddie, it's been written in white papers by the Illuminati and the elite for decades that there's going to be a catastrophic event. They gotta knock everything down economically so they can come in on their white horse and remain in power.
Yeah. We'll see. By the same token, though, you do have this other system that
Yeah.
they need, right? They need these real
Uh-huh.
cryptos. So now you can't only have CBDCs. You can't do it. If they could, they would. But they need this other
No, because
crypto to
yeah,
deal with them.
right. Yeah, they don't want everybody else
So
in it.
we'll see. It's gonna be. We'll see how it comes out. I just want to get that out. You guys think about it and think about how you're gonna deal with your funny money, people.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Good article, Eddie. Good article. I'm glad you brought that up.
All right, guys. Do the right thing. We'll talk to you real soon. And Crash,
Yeah,
we're
everybody
out.
live in the present.
See ya. All right, Crash. We got another one, man. Nice work, dude. 17 minutes on that bad boy.
Yeah, man, that just upsets me. I just don't. I don't. This guy just doesn't. This whole
It's
reset.
it,
It's not going to be a piece of cake. It's not going to
no,
go easy.
no, it's not.
There's people who are going to lose power, and there's going to be people who are going to gain power, and there's going to be no. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. Well, and two, they had Gensler in front of Congress this week.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a bunch of nothing, man. It's a bunch of nothing. They didn't do it. They're like, oh, we are gonna rake him over the coals. We're really gonna get him this time. Last
Oh
time he
yeah,
didn't even show up.
yeah.
This time he showed up and it was a bunch of nothing. There's nothing. Congress is
I'm
all
telling you.
in on
I'm
it,
telling you.
man.
We the people of America are on the cusp. We have one chance for the next 50 generations to live a prosperous, abundant life. And these politicians are going to